every zombies map has that one weapon players dream of pulling from the box. The ray gun, the thunder gun, the wonder waff. But then there's this thing, the jet gun. Hyped as the ultimate buildable wonder weapon, it ended up becoming one of the biggest disappointments in Call of Duty Zombies history. How's it going, everyone? My name is Bearsy, and today we're going to be breaking down exactly why this so-called wonder weapon is actually the worst one ever made. Let's discuss. So wonder weapons are a very important part of Call of Duty Zombies history, as they make the gameplay that much more interesting. Starting off, the first ever wonder weapon was the ray gun, and when we pulled this from the box in World at War Zombies or Black Ops 1 Zombies whenever you started, it was one of those weapons that just made you get to high rounds. Same thing as the thunder gun. It was this ultimate launcher that just shot a blast of air forward. That was honestly the most powerful thing that we have ever seen. And with Moon having the zap gun being the most recent wonder weapon at the time, where you can have akimbo wonder waffs, essentially, you know, fans were really expecting an amazing and creative wonder weapon going into Black Ops 2 Zombies. And when we saw that reveal for Black Ops 2 Zombies, you know, with that amazing trailer, that amazing music, we did get a snippet of the wonder weapon that was going to be a part of this map, and we were all questioning, like, okay, is this going to be the next thunder gun? Is this going to be the next overpowered thing? Well, not exactly, but let's talk about the jet gun and how it actually worked in Trazit for Black Ops 2 Zombies. Alright, so reading the description straight off the COD wiki page, in fact, it is not even called the jet gun. That was just a deemed name for the community because it's a lot easier to say than its actual name, which is the Thrusterdyne Aeronautics Model 23, one of the most confusing names for a weapon out there, but the description reads, the jet gun is a buildable wonder weapon that appears in transit. It is made out of a jet turbine, a spool of wire, a gauge, and a motorcycle handbrake. It can be built on a workbench within the town. The jet gun does not take a weapon slot, but does take the place of a buildable. The jet gun works by sucking zombies towards it and then giving them in its rotors, and it can even kill zombies located behind the player. And the way to attain this wonder weapon is by finding 4 buildable parts around the giant map. The jet engine being found in the tunnel, the wires being near the same room as Tombstone Soda, the handbrake being found in Nocturne and Toten, and the pressure gauge being found in the Hunter's cabin. But if I just said what I said and it all sounds great, why does everyone hate this weapon so much and they all despise it? Well, for starters, the way to actually obtain it really does suck. You know, you do have to build it, which is a cool aspect of Call of Duty Zombies, but the fact that you have to run around the entire map to pick up 4 parts, not to mention you can only pick up 1 part at a time. So you have to pick up a part, let's say in Noct, then you have to run all the way back to the town to build it, then do the rest with the 3 parts. This is one reason why the jet gun sucks so much, is because you only could really pick up 1 part at a time. Another reason being, you know, once you build this wonder weapon and you actually use it, you know, you do have like a limited ammo count with this. Sure, you can let it recharge, and it's not necessarily limited. It's limited / unlimited ammo, depending on how you use it. But once you use all the ammo, it just breaks, and then you have to, you know, grab each wonder weapon part, go to the town, build it, use it again, and then rinse and repeat. Or you could do the unlimited ammo method, where you actually use it, stop using it, and just vice versa and rinse and repeat. And also, this really doesn't do well on high rounds, because let's say there's a humongous train of zombies and you're on round 50, for example, and you accidentally use a little too much of it, then you pretty much are going to have it break, and there's going to be a ton of zombies. Then you have to do the same thing, grab all the parts, bring them to the town, hopefully get it, build it, use it, rinse and repeat until whenever. So honestly, like, using a DSR 50 Pack-a-Punch, the Executioner, or even the ray gun is a much more viable option than something like the jet gun for high rounds. And it's not just me ranting about how trash the jet gun is. Let's look at some Reddit comments and actually, you know, just laugh at these. This one says, see, if we could pick up all the parts at the same time without being limited to 1 part at a time per person, thank God Blundell changed that for Mob of the Dead in Origins, then I wouldn't mind the jet gun breaking so much. And this is true, and I've seen a ton of people say this, that, you know, essentially, if the jet gun was, you know, allowed to, you know, pick up multiple parts, it would be more useful than it is currently. And this guy goes, want to build the jet gun? Go look for 4 parts in the fog and have denizens jumping at you 24/7. But wait, there's more. You can only pick up one part at a time, and when you are finally done building it, you can't have the zombie shield nor turbine, which is true, because since this does take up an equipment slot for the wonder weapon, you can't run the turbine or the zombie shield, and the zombie shield is much more important for high rounds than something like the jet gun. But with all the negativity surrounding this wonder weapon, there are ways that it could have been fixed within Black Ops 2 Zombies. It could have actually made it a better wonder weapon. First one being is that instead of it being a multi-step process, once you build it, it's done. You can go pick it up in the wonder area, in the town, and actually just use it. So it's not going to break on you. It's just going to overheat and go back into your equipment slot. So therefore, you don't have to keep on rebuilding this. Another thing is, it could have been actually pack-a-punchable. So that could have been, better damage output. That could have been more ammo. Or that could have been, just a one-and-done all-part grab and actually run back to the town and grab it. This would have made the weapon a little bit more usable. But another thing is, you do have to build this thing, but it's not actually a piece of equipment. It could have been, a actual weapon slot within your inventory, so you could have rocked something like the DSR-50 and the jet gun, and you could have carried something like the zombie shield or the turbine on your back. And just the last thing that I have is, if you're going to go through all that work to build it, it could have had a better damage output, or it could have had a better ammo consumption. Therefore, if you're using it on high rounds, you don't necessarily have to use it like a one and done, like a get out of jail free card. Instead, it could have been more made like a wonder weapon, so it could have, overcharged at like maybe 20 seconds or maybe even 30 seconds to give it more of that wonder weapon-esque feel, as opposed to feeling like a piece of equipment like trip mines or monkey bombs or anything of that nature. But fast forward to the current era of Call of Duty, something that a lot of players were not expecting is with the reveal of Liberty Falls for Black Ops 6 Zombies, we would see the jet gun actually return for Liberty Falls, and it vastly improved a ton of things that Black Ops 2 Zombies did wrong. Essentially, what I said would have been fixed is what it actually fixed within Black Ops 6 Zombies. You don't actually have to, build the parts every time it damages. In fact, it is actually a weapon slot within your inventory, so you can rock something like the ray gun and the jet gun. It is pack-a-punchable. And honestly, I still don't know the pack-a-punch effects to this day, but it just feels a lot more powerful to use and a lot more cool to use and just awesome within Black Ops 6 Zombies. And honestly, did this weapon turn around within Black Ops 6 Zombies as opposed to Black Ops 2 Zombies? Well, speaking that everybody uses it for high rounds within Liberty Falls, and honestly, it just has an amazing ammo pool. Yes, I would say 100% this did turn around for Black Ops 6 Zombies for the jet gun as opposed to Black Ops 2 Zombies. So now a brief little recap on the jet gun's history, I guess you could say, is that, it really did only appear twice within the Call of Duty Zombies history. Once in Black Ops 2 Zombies, and once in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Sure, Black Ops 6 Zombies really did improve on this, but at the time of Black Ops 2 Zombies, the jet gun really was the worst wonder weapon designed for Trazit in Call of Duty Zombies history. It just, it had to build it, it ran out of ammo too quickly, and it wasn't really user-friendly. And compared to other wonder weapons out there, things like the Thunder Gun, things like the Apothecant Servant, and things like the Origin Staffs, which are widely considered the best zombies weapons of all time, the jet gun really does underperform for reasons that I said prior, and this thing just really does suck compared to those wonder weapons alone. But now, time to actually rate this wonder weapon. How does it hold up currently in today's standards? Well, let's take the Black Ops 6 version out of the way and just say that this wonder weapon is absolutely a banger within Black Ops 6 Zombies, and it really did improve a ton. But for the moment of truth, for Black Ops 2 Zombies, the one that you came here for, if you guys say that this weapon is one of the best wonder weapons of all time, then I hate to say it, it is very overrated. It is one of the worst wonder weapons in Call of Duty Zombies history, and I will always stand by that opinion. If you guys are on the side with me saying that that is the case, this weapon is perfectly rated, and this weapon really does suck, and I hope Treyarch never does something like this with a wonder weapon again. Sure, you can build a wonder weapon and have it in your inventory, but never as a piece of equipment, never, explodes and you have to go get all the parts again, or nevertheless, you have to actually go find the parts at all these random locations. So honestly, the jet gun is really one of the worst designed wonder weapons of all time, and Treyarch, do not make this same mistake again. But now it's your turn down there in the comment section below. Did you guys actually like the jet gun, Or do you guys really hate it? And let me know what your favorite wonder weapon is within the Call of Duty series. You know, it could be the ray gun, it could be the thunder gun, it could even be the jet gun. I have absolutely no idea. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching today's video. It really does, you know, mean a lot to me that you guys are supporting these types of videos, as I really like doing these history sort of style videos and just looking back on Call of Duty's past while also just waiting for Call of Duty Black Ops 7. You know, I really think the zombies this year is going to be a banger. We just have to wait till like Season 2 or Season 3 to actually receive, you know, very good content. Once we unlock the curse mode, I think a lot of people are going to really enjoy Black Ops 7 Zombies, and I cannot wait to cover it for you guys here on the channel. That's going to be it for me today, guys. Just want to say thank you guys so much. This is Bear Z signing off. Stay healthy, stay clean. Bye.